Lost it. Tried to take a new way. A little too late. Oh. Can do. Kind of rocking it because my rear is stuck. You're just flopping around. Oh, I almost had it. Who's calling me? Get this sound, then I'm calling back. There we go. Woo! Whew, that was squirrely. So is it a trail? Is it closed? Interesting. Figure there'd be a big old vista or something. Good. I just made it to the end of the trail, but it looks like it's gated off and I might not be able to make it to the top. Well, I made it to the top. I just hiked the rest of the way, but there's nothing up here. There's a few antennas and stuff, but there's no views, which is what I came here for. But oh well. Now to get back down. The mile's really like a mile on the road is not a mile on a gravel road. That's for sure. I'm glad I hiked up there because I was still a little bit shaken, but I was pretty shaken from dropping it. And walking around kind of helped get it out of my system. All right. Goal going down is not to use my front brake. So, oh, already failed. Bah! Just kind of chug along. Wonder where that way goes. Yeah, there's not much up there, disappointingly, because I can see where the power lines go, and it looks amazing, just through the clouds. Through the clouds. Because I can see through the gaps. It must be an incredible view. And maybe fall is a better time to come, because you can see through the trees, but oh, this is that spot where I had all that trouble. Oh, I spy the wrapper from my water bottle. Oh, and my water bottle. Let's pick that up. Memories of my toils. Yeah, that was because I'd come up and I made the decision too late. I knew that this might have bottomed me out, and I tried to come over, I think a little bit earlier. Yeah, here. I'd seen how squirrely... Analysis. I was coming up, and I could see how squirrely the riot was. And so I tried to get over here, and didn't quite make it. I was slipping on this ledge, and then I just couldn't make it, and then ended up dumping it here. And then that's where my back fell into the hole. Spent some quality time there. And then I think once I backed it up, I think that's where I finally got enough traction to go forward. Live and learn. She's got some battle scars on her now. For real though, I need to get some guards, because I am lucky that the clutch lever didn't break. Because then I would be SOL. Let us make it without further incident. No front. Howdy, y'all. See how they do that part. Their bikes are so much smaller than mine. Didn't even have to think about it. Yep, using the front brake. He's got handguards. I want to be cool like these guys. And like that part, instead of going along the edge, I just went through the puddle. Because now I know about steep banks. So, what have I learned? Choose your lines early. Super early. Got to keep myself from tensing up too. I feel like going downhill, it's going to be I'm going to be much more prone to slip into places because I'm not powering against them. Now I'm kind of going with the grain of the slope. Down this middle here. Yeah, I think that was the steepest part, or at least the lengthiest, steepest part, that part that I fell on. So, but I'm getting a lot of practice about the dynamics of the bike when I'm going downhill, because it does feel really different. All the more important for my front wheel to be able to maintain its course. Don't get in a rush. Man. Oh, using front brake. Getting distracted by the view. Listen, for those guys, I feel like they'll be faster coming down if they're taking the same way. I'm gonna stay in this rut, which might have been a bad choice, but as long as I stay away from the edges, I don't have to worry about falling into anything. I can still fall out of it. Okay, I'm starting to kind of get a feel for being able to use the rear, because I'm able, since I'm wearing riding boots, I can hook my heel onto the peg and pivot onto the brake. Okay, so I'm stuck on this side. I'll cross over here. It's like a maze. If you pick the wrong the wrong route, you're gonna have a bad time when that route runs out. Also starting to get an eye for the rocks that aren't too big, but big enough to make a difference, to knock your front wheel over. Let's come over here. Sticks are less abundant. I really want to see someone go up there. Looks crazy. I wonder what's along these little offshoot paths. Yeah, this is a workout. And it could be that going down takes a lot longer than going up. Because going up, you've got gravity to slow you down, and you can go in like little sprints, like, oh, it's clear here for 20 feet, I can pick up a little bit of speed. But going downhill, if you pick up speed, you might just keep picking up speed. Ask anybody who's crashed bombing a hill on a skateboard. I'm running a little bit cooler, my engine, which makes sense. It's not having to work hardly at all. It's so weird because this would be so simple to walk over. But when you add wheels and balance, it's a whole new game. You can see a little bit of that view. Not really though, man. Guess I just need to come here in the fall when I can actually see. Because it is, like I said, it's 3,000 feet up at the top. I don't know why it's such a it's a good habit on the road to cover your front brake, but that is the last thing I want to do right now. And here's that big crevasse I remember seeing. Let's take this way. I can't imagine trying to do this like in the rain. or right after it's rained. Because it doesn't seem all that steep. Like it's a hill, but I wouldn't call it like a steep climb. And it's interesting that like something that we just walk up, or you know, something that we wouldn't see as so severe actually starts becoming a challenge when you mix in like fatigue and you're messing with traction and picking your route. Okay, maybe we can get a little bit of a view over here. Wow. Yeah, this would be incredible in the fall. But I just feel like I'm almost eye level with some of those mountains out there. Wow. Gorgeous. Good stuff. Oh, I guess that's a retaining wall. Oh, I'm in a bad route. Get out of it. Yeah, there I was facing that route and I knew the best option was just to go over it with a little bit of speed. But it's like, even something so small as that, man, you get stuck in it. And since the dirt is so loose, it's going to be hard to get out of. So you've got to pick these little ramps on either side of something like that and just commit. Oh, get out. Whew. It's like I can see my doom encroaching. Got to be mindful of other people coming the other way. No front brake. Keep reaching for it. Keep reaching for it. the key definitely seems to be like balancing being able to make it over and through the things with enough momentum without going too fast. Like, while going slow enough to be able to pick your paths. That's cool he pulled over. Because even when I was waving at those guys, like, I feel like when you're on two wheels, even when you're going slow, your like eyes are on the ground, trying to not die. It's cool that the truck would pull over and help me stay focused. Let me stay focused. Nope. I used the front brake. Stay out of that crevasse. Okay, there we go. Out of that rut. Cross here. Lost the back a little bit there. Yeah, once I get some gear for this, to where dropping it will be no factor, it's on. It's gonna be fun. That said, I need to do that very soon. Ah! A bug just flew into the space between my head and my helmet. I think it's out. I hope it's out. Okay, this was the left that I took, or the right that I took. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Let's not get lost right before dark. Hit this straight on so I don't end up in that rut over there. Come on. Woo! Now I understand why people wear goggles. Because if I put my visor down, it's gonna immediately fog up. But I also don't want a bunch of bugs in my eyes. Especially when I start like getting on it like that. And like when you're going through twisties on a road, it helps when you know the road. And it's the same thing here, only it helps when you know where the ruts are and where the big rocks are and whatnot. Those guys just passed. Wow, they were booking it. Seeing how fast they were going kind of gives me confidence to go out a little faster. Still want to be careful, but this part does seem to be a lot more forgiving. See left, right. Okay. Gets darker the lower I go. Wait. I think I'm just about at the end. Yeah, this is totally different when you go through it with a little bit of speed. You just need to know what it's like. Whew. Oh man. Oh, that is a GS. Wow. I don't think I have ever seen a naked GS. That is awesome. There it is, y'all. My first ever adventure ride. That was awesome. I learned a lot. One big thing is to know my limits when doing that stuff alone. But I also learned that this bike isn't that bad to pick up. Get some protective guards and stuff for it, and we'll be in business. Wow, yeah, totally different type of riding from what I'm used to. And it was really interesting when those guys passed me. They were going much faster than I was. And maybe it was just that's about the time the trail like transitioned into a little bit, it wasn't as ruddy. But it was cool because it gave me confidence to know that they were ahead of me, going a little faster, and that I could play with my speed a little bit more. Oh, that's why it feels weird. I'm in gravel mode still. There we go. That feels normal. Now I need to get back into the habit of using my front brake. Alright, I'm gonna call it here. I hope y'all liked that. I hope it was entertaining. I hope you learned something. I sure learned a lot. And I enjoy being able to record and to talk through things and to share with you. So, like, subscribe, let me know what you thought. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.